After this reflection of mine, a film by Christian Aid will take us into hot, sunny Ethiopia. What gives us hope? I'm very much part of my generation, and I do some ordering items on the internet. I research the product, the price, then buy and pay. Emails follow with a confirmation and that the order has been processed, that it has been dispatched, and you can follow the movement of the delivery down to when your item will arrive. And the little child inside me looks forward to holding the new item in my hands as if receiving a Christmas present. And then you start using the new item and soon you get used to it. Sometimes disappointed, other times delighted. But the looking forward to having it, that hope, is soon exhausted by reality. Normal. Because it is a material hope in a materialistic world, the joy just passes soon. It is tempting then to live from one such material hope to the next. But as it never satisfies, you need to keep ordering new things again and again. For some people it develops into an addiction, like so many and various material hopes in our society mean that very same going from one hit to the next. Material hope is just too shallow to be called hope, really. The Christian faith is a gift that gives you a long and wide horizon of deep hope. So deep, material disappointments struggle to dislodge that deep hope. So deep, material disappointments struggle to dislodge this deep hope. Christian hope goes well beyond the material. It anchors in the kingdom of God that is alive, now right among us, and is yet to come beyond what we know in this world. To have roots in the kingdom of God means you do not need approval from the influential and powerful people of your day. And your hope, rooted in God's kingdom, can sustain you through hard times, through rejection. Deep roots. Do you know that trees are just as big under the soil as they are above? Powerful deep roots are not easily blown over. And that deep hope also has a much wider horizon. That makes it so radical. Isaiah's prophecy was not popular with those who thought they were the high-hegians of the day. Imparting the Bible in everyday language was illegal and prosecuted in Scotland before the Reformation 500 years ago. Because, for example, in the Bible, Mary's song of praise, the Magnificat, is so radical. Quote, God has stretched out his mighty arm and scattered the proud with all their plans. If you are powerful, you don't want to hear this. But because it is such a powerful, deep-rooted hope, it has prevailed through the ages and is here today. We grow in that strength when we commit to the Christian faith. Quote, God has filled the hungry with good things and sent the rich away with empty hands. So, what makes us rich? It is hope. Real, deep hope makes us rich. But what builds hope? Please note in our story that Mary does not burst out with a song of hope the very day the angel Gabriel announces to her she will be pregnant. For Mary, pregnancy before marriage was a catastrophe. Her society would shun and cut her. She is lucky her fiancé does not cut her eventually. Again, it was the angels who had to work on Joseph a bit. Please note that Mary only bursts out with that radical song of hope once she has taken refuge with her cousin Elizabeth and has found a safe place and love there. Mary has found love there. If it was not for Elizabeth and Zechariah, where would Mary be? Their love builds her hope. It is the love of Elizabeth and Zechariah that builds hope, and their love is deeply rooted in faith. When you have faith, your love then is a world changer. The faith of one couple who themselves are in usual circumstances but are not dislodged from their hope. Their faith is brimming with love, and so they take Mary in. Their love builds hope. I guess that is why Mary, who may have felt really vulnerable and cut off, is identifying with the lowly and hungry, because she knows exactly how that feels. But God rescues and lifts her through the generous love of Elizabeth and Zechariah. The day Angel Gabriel announces to Mary her pregnancy, all Mary can say is, "How is that?" And "I'm the Lord's servant." Now that is hardly a yippee hooray, but it sounds rather shocked and yet faithful. It is the love of Elizabeth and Zechariah that signals to Mary she is not cut off, not forgotten, not alone. Their practical love builds her hope. God builds hope in Mary through Elizabeth and Zechariah's love. I take one further guess. This is so far in Mary's life her deepest, most moving experience in life. Deeply, deeply shaping her in every way. On the foundation of faith, love builds hope. And as her belly swells with a baby growing inside, the baby is shaped by Mary, Zechariah, and Elizabeth's faith. That produces love. That builds hope. This week we heard of new research proving how much a baby already in the womb is shaped by stress or the absence of stress. I reckon as baby Jesus is shaped by Mary, Elizabeth and Zechariah's faith and hope, that shapes Jesus too. God is at work here. And it then is no wonder to me that Jesus, as the very first thing in his ministry, Jesus reads from Isaiah 61, from the passage we heard earlier, that is so strongly mirroring Mary's song of praise. On a foundation of faith, love builds hope. In a moment we shall see how Kavita in Ethiopia rejoices because she knows she and her community are not forgotten. They are loved and they are enabled by Christian aid, and that fires up their hope. On the foundation of faith, love builds deep hope. So far, my reflection. And now I invite you to an activity, colouring in your candle shield here. And you may not get very far to start with, but make a start anyway. Make a small start and get it on.